Good morning. Well, we still got our 8R in the shop here. I suppose I should try and finish cleaning today and maybe scrub everything down. I don't know, we're waiting on our lights. Everything else is pretty well done. We got to grease it, but usually do that when we're done washing anyway. So I might want to start it up, turn the tires so we can get in there a little bit better and stuff. But we did the heavy power washing yesterday and it doesn't look too bad. I mean, it's not clean, but it's not terrible. So yeah, I think that's the plan for this afternoon here. Do a little polishing on the tractor, try and grease it, get our shields and stuff put back on, and park it off in the corner over here so that when our lights come, we can throw them in, and then this one is done. Maybe we'll get the 8430 and bring that in here this afternoon. Probably not, but maybe. Yikes. I decided to try and get these HID lights off these fenders here since we're going to replace them. And the bolts spin, the nuts on the inside, so I had to take the tail light off, and it's filthy in there. So we're going to try and vacuum most of this out. Most of it's dry. That's some old dirt. It's been there for a while. I got it off. And because I'm curious and I just can't leave things alone, I decided to take it apart because I want to know how these things work, right? So these are the HID or Xeon lights. And, well, here's the bulb. It's fancy looking. And it's got some numbers on it. And I Googled that. Turns out you can buy 2 of these for 80 bucks. The bulb itself isn't expensive. But this whole light kit, these HID light kits on these tractors, and there are 5 of them, right? There's 2 on the back, 3 on the front. But it's like I don't remember what it was on this tractor. Couple $1,000, $3,000 option or something like that. Like, they charge a ridiculous amount. Now, I know that, you know, you got more than the $40 in that. This housing is very heavy. And this was does it say on here? It's a 35 watt, 85 volt bulb. So you have to have a transformer. Well, that's what this is. This is a transformer. I don't know how much this piece costs, but it takes 13.5 volt DC and turns it into 85 volt AC, 35 watts. Makes the light come on. It works, but they take a lot of power, higher amp draw than what our LEDs are going to be. Plus, what I also found out in Googling this light bulb is that it has a lumen output of about 3,200 lumens. The LED bulb that I bought to replace it, 6,000. Yeah, she's going to be brighter. Also, all of the ones that go up in the top of the cab, these ones that we took off over here, 4 of them are the amber flashers. The other ones all have the same bulb in them. Different housing, same bulb. This bulb right here. Take it out. This bulb. Sylvania 9005. Pretty common from what it sounds like in the automotive headlight world. About 1,700 lumens from this bulb. Now, we got a bunch of them, 1,700 lumens. The replacements for these, 4,800. So yeah, we're gonna almost triple the amount of light output on this tractor. She's gonna be bright. We might end up doing this to more stuff. I mean, the 8RX has got good lights, but the 8430, yeah, she might be getting a light upgrade too. The 9R, if it sticks around long enough for a light upgrade, it might get a light upgrade. I guess I could say that about this tractor and the 8430 as well. The combine, I was gonna put the Deere has a PIP, or not a PIP, what do they call it? A PUC, product improvement kit upgrade for the lights on the combines. I looked into that. It's pricey. They wanted a lot of money, so I decided not to. We'll touch on combine stuff briefly. I know it's out of here and out of mind, but yeah, so that light kit to upgrade the lights on our combine that are not LED to LEDs was over $5,000. I thought, yeah, that's pushing it. We're not going to do that, so I didn't do that. And then on the other stuff, because I know I had talked briefly about using the cross auger shutoffs and the little tippy auger spout thing. I priced those options, and well, The cross auger, they wanted to sell them to me as a package. They didn't give me individual prices because it's cheaper if you just do them both at the same time. Yeah, okay. Well, I don't really need the tippy spout because most of it goes right into the grain cart that it's pretty easy to hit, right? But yeah, they still priced them to me together, and the price for the package was over $12,000, and I thought, yeah, I'm not gonna do that. That was like $17,000, almost $18,000 to do those three things. The lights are the one that I want the most. The cross auger shutoffs would be useful, and the tippy spout was just because I had to, because it come with it, and I'm not going to do any of it. So I didn't end up doing any of it. And then I think I also looked into doing the G5 command center display, taking the old GS4 out, or not GS4, the Gen 4 monitor out, putting a G5 in, and that was pricey, but the monitors are expensive as it is. So, and I'm more likely to do that on the 8RX than I am on the Combine, so it still might happen. I gotta go back and find that quote and see what it was, but meh, I don't know. We'll see. So are these used lights worth anything? I've been looking them up just because I'm curious. So this one here, I can buy it from John Deere, from my dealer, for $543 for a new one. Obviously this one is used. It's got some yellowing. It's not new by any means. These ones here, I didn't look up these all individually. There's little differences in the mounts, but the lights are the same. They're the same shape. They're basically the same. It's the housing and the bevel, or the bezel here, that is different. Now, these have a rather specific mounting spot. It would be rather difficult to retrofit, where these, with this pedestal mount, you could pretty much make wherever you wanted to. $85 for one of this one. I don't know. Flashers, I can't imagine, are worth hardly anything. I don't know. Let me know. What do you think they're worth, if anything? All right, well, let's take this other side apart. I was doing this by hand with a screwdriver, but the one bolt on the other side, or screw, turned really hard. Those I probably could have got. Yeah. That one's dirty too. All right, shop back here. This fine dust is pretty rough on the little shop vac filter. Oh, get her emptied out. We'll take outside and tap the filter off after we spill it all over the floor. Yeah, it's still white. Okay, that'll work better for a minute. Yeah, because I just can't help myself. I'm trying to figure out what to do with these, right? So we could sell them. Or, as Dad says, why don't we mount them on the 4440? Well, because we don't use the 4440 at night ever, for one. But maybe. So then I was like, well, do they work with just 12 volts? And, well, the answer is yes. Yes, in fact, they do. And that's a very, very bright light. I don't know if you guys can tell that, but I can tell that. That's a bright light. So, what could I do with that? Put them on a forklift. Put them on a gator. That'd be awesome on a gator. Ooh, that's not a bad idea. Ideas. The halogens also work, but holy crap, I can barely hold that in my hand right after I turned it on because it gets so hot. And, I mean, it's bright, I guess. It's not near as bright as that other one. That's amazing, the difference. Wow. Could put them on a 4020. You have the only 4020 with HID lights on it. The lights on that aren't very good anyway, so these would be way better. We don't use the 4020 at night ever. But why not? If you got cool lights, put them on it, right? Makes it not very original. I don't know. We'll see. I might try and find a use for them. I might sell them. We'll see. If somebody wanted them and they had some value and got something out of them, that's probably better than nothing. But otherwise, we'll find somewhere to mount them, I guess. Of course, I have 3 other tractors or 3 other pieces of equipment with these lights on them that if I needed some, I could just go buy some more LED lights for the tractors. Or I could just, buy LED lights for whatever else I want to put stuff on and forget these old ones. But I have them. I got to use them, right? I am being super lazy today. Not productive. Oh, man. Okay, I did think of something else, though, that we should and kind of need to do. And now's a good chance. So we're going to back this tractor up so we are under our overhead hoist because we need to check the oil level in the front hubs. And in order to do that, you have to pull the outside duals off, and you at least got to pull this spacer off. You don't have to pull that spacer off, but you got to pull this spacer off. I don't think we need to change it. It's a $1,500 oil change interval, but we do need to check the level and make sure that they're all good. So we're going to back her up and try and get that done this afternoon. See if she starts today. I put the charger on it for a while yesterday, so it should. Oh yeah. I don't know if the batteries are good and bad on this or not. Sometimes when equipment sits, the batteries just die. It's just the way it is. There's lots of computers and stuff on here, and if you don't hit the battery disconnect, which it was before we started it this last time, you know, to bring it in the shop, but it sat before that for a while without the disconnect hit, and so it hasn't run long enough to charge since then. So I'm not giving up on the batteries until I know that they're bad. I think they're 3 or 4 years old, so yeah, it very well could be time, but I don't know that yet. Alright, we'll get this up. We'll lift this side until these tires are off the ground, and then it's actually easier if you lift both sides up at once, because then you can spin the tires, and we're going to need to be able to spin them. So we're just going to lift both sides. We'll get our other bottle jack. We got another one, but we only got one that's air over hydraulic, so the other one you got to pump, which is why you use this one first to get the blade most of the way up with this one. And we'll pull the outside duals and do what we got to do here. All right, now we can spin them. Kinda. I'm gonna have to go up a little bit more, but it's close. Let's start on this side over here. We'll get our impact. I wonder if my 1/2 inch will do it. I'm pretty sure those are 30mm bolts. Let's try it. It's a lot easier if this does it. Amazing. Why is that spinning so hard though? That's what it's supposed to do. Okay, we gotta find somewhere to put those. Got the hoist on. Pull the tire. Bolts. Okay, we are going to have to set this down. Alright, now we gotta take this spacer off. thing's pretty handy. Okay, that's what we needed there. Now is where the rotating the tire part comes in, because this is the fill plug and this is the oil level, but it needs to be level. So we have to rotate the tire to get that where we want it. Get the water out of there. Come on. Go up just a little. Oh, it's the other side. Dang it. About like that-ish. And we pull that plug out and see where the oil level's at. All that work just for that. There. It's good. Now it can go back together, but we're not gonna put it back together yet. We've got it this far apart, we might as well clean stuff. Actually, what we're gonna do is go take the other side off, leave these pieces off for right now, take the other side off, and then probably pull it ahead and clean it better. I know, I'm being picky, I get it, but we're gonna do it anyway. I've got time. Well, look at that, I got this side off and it's almost level already. Shut our hoist off, we're done with that for a while. There's the oil. Once again, I call that fine. And we took all that off just for that, which is why, instead of just putting it right back on, we might as well spend a little time cleaning, make it worth our while, right? So there are still 6 bolts holding both of these front tires on. We've got 4 long ones through that spacer, plus the 2 that just hold the tire. So I'm not worried about that. We can move it around. Obviously, you're not going to work it and drive a lot with it like that, but it'll be fine back and forth 20 feet in the shop. Oh, the procrastination's in full effect today, boys. I just killed an hour, but I've managed to delete 2,000 emails that are no longer necessary from 5 years ago. Hey, that's a win. So we're getting closer. I don't know. Anyway, I need to wash. I need to wash on this tractor. This tractor needs to move up here. I want to clean the floor off before I do that. In order to clean the floor off, I need to use the power washer. But power washer, every time I click that dang button, I bet it'll do it right now. Doesn't turn on. You know why? Because the plug on the end of our cord is crap, and it's bad, and it's been bad for a while, and we just haven't fixed it. But guess what? I got one right here. So before we do any of the rest of that stuff, we're gonna change the end on our cord for our welder plug, because I'm tired of dealing with it. And also, it means I don't have to power wash right now. Safety first. Welder. Off. Okay, we're good. That one don't look so good. Yeah. Best replace it. Yeah, I would say that one was not making proper contact. Whatever. Also, I'm not sure that this is entirely the proper cord for this, but it's worked for 40 years. It'll keep working. There. Now, this is supposed to be mounted to a wall, but we have all this extra cord on here so that we can stretch our welders over to where they need to be, or the power washer outside, and so we kind of like having it not mounted to the wall. And it's fine. I think we're good. Let's turn the breaker on and see if everything blows up. No sparks. How about that? All right, now let's see if the power washer works. I'll turn the switch off first. Ooh, is this? No, it's not backwards. That goes that way. Yeah. Been burning that plug. Ugh. Does it work? Oh, it's like magic. Tell you what. Nice. Now, to clean our floor up a little bit. I even got my little floor broom thing, water broom. Push it to the drain, and then we'll have to clean our drain out. Not doing that today, though. Alright, I'll work on this for a minute. Better. Okay. We're going to pull this tractor ahead. So a while ago, I bought some elbows or some 90s and 45s and different attachments from a power washer. This works pretty good for getting underneath in there. Oh, it's much easier with two hands. But that and inside the tires really gets up underneath pretty well. I like that. It's not good for everything, but for at least for the hard to get spots, it's kind of helpful. There, not so bad. I took some of my ceramic wax stuff and my synthetic clay bar from Mother's. I love this thing. It works really good. So I just spray a little bit of that stuff on and then wipe it down with that, and it gets all the imperfections and impurities off the surface. And then I rinsed it down, and you can see the water beads off. It's nice and smooth. Helps clean it up a little bit. We'll get her dry, cleaned up, and put another coat of that stuff on with it dry, but I think it helps. I don't know. All right, I'm out of here. It's almost 6 o'clock already, so I was pretty good at not doing much today. At least I don't feel like I accomplished a lot, although we did a fair bit. So I'm pretty sure Brock's coming tomorrow, so we'll get this tractor put back together, get the tires back on, get the panels and stuff back on. See if our lights come. I doubt it, but it's possible. Maybe we'll bring the 8430 in tomorrow. So yeah, thanks for watching. Have a great night. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below, and we'll see you later. Well, look, it's snowing here. How about that? Oh, the star. Yeah, Christmas is over. I keep forgetting to go out and turn that star off, but we'll do that now.